Welcome to Season Chasers. I'm Rob Freeman. Those that love nature and outdoor sports spend a lot of quality time looking for adventure throughout the year. The more you study, the more you learn about the peak seasons in nature. It's fun to know when it's best to go fishing or hunting, when it's time to pick blueberries, wild mushrooms, or native pecans. Sometimes the peak season is close to home, right in your own backyard, or it could be miles away near the mountains and the sea. Either way, this program will chase the seasons where the action is hot. Today on Season Chasers, it's summer on the river in Alaska.
And there's still fish here. I've been throwing a lure, and this is the first one. Where are those pliers?
We'll call this episode A Case of the Missing Pliers. Later, it's spring in southeast Kansas, where Blake Broaddus and Devin Greenwood from Pittsburg State are my guests at Pawnee.
Kill time. Kill time.
This time, the critters just won't stay away from their pop-up blind. See how it all turns out next on Season Chasers. Thanks for coming along. Season Chasers, sponsored by CP Communications.
Come see us at CP Communications, your locally owned and operated U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Pittsburg, Parsons, Chanute, and Fort Scott. Locally owned for over 18 years.
Kansas Land Tire, your Goodyear dealer at 9th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. O'Malley Implement, home of the John Deere Gator, South 69 in Pittsburgh. And by Blue Ribbon Farm and Home.
And this is the Goofy Goat, right here.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not going to get the beater out on this one. This is a releaser. They're always fun to catch down here. This one's probably on the small size, but so we'll let it go. Keep it in the water. There it goes. And it's free. So let the games begin. Silver fishing in early August here in West Cook Inlet. It's a lot of fun. Keep it here on Season Chasers. I'm gonna hang on to these for sure. This is what happens after Dennis gets a down sink.
We're fishing with bait for Alaska's silver salmon. Up here, bait means salmon eggs, and I'll show you how we cure them later on today. All fish in this small snowmelt river eat other fish's eggs, and we just love catching silvers. We'll release some, but we'll select a few to keep because these wild Pacific salmon are at the peak of their life cycle. It's some of the most healthful, nutritious food on earth.
This is a big guy.
If we take a salmon out of the water to keep, it's best to calm it down right away with a knock to the head with pliers or the mini bat.
What are you going to do with that one, Dennis?
That one's going to Kansas. That's a fresh one.
For maximum flavor and meat quality, we quickly pull a gill to get the excess blood away from the meat.
Pretty fish.
Good job. Okay, we can start recording now. Can you do all that again? Okay. Down here scouting in the tidal pool. This is a little lower than we normally go because a lot of times tide leaves a lot of mud on this beach. But we're going down as close to the inlet as we can get here. And we're finding some freshies. I went ahead and put on some bait on a small red hook with just a little bit of split shot on it. Some salmon eggs. And we got us a contact. This time of August, they start getting just a little bit bigger. Oh, darn. Get an idea how this one looks on both sides. If he doesn't have any injuries, I think he's big enough to keep. What do you think, Dennis?
That's a good one.
Think it'll fit in one of those freezer bags?
I can make it fit.
Guess what I don't have?
A pair of pliers.
I know where they are. Well, this was no accident. This one bit the bait. And like I said, it's a nice, fresh silver. Most likely the first day it's been in from the salt water. He's going to be glad to go to Kansas. Looking good. You got pliers?
Yes, sir. I have my pliers.
Is it a keeper? Guess so.
I didn't even get a full cast because Dennis already caught one. Oh, darn.
Another one headed to Kansas.
Put them with the others.
Spring has arrived at Blue Ribbon Farm and Home. Now's the time to prepare your garden for the spring weather ahead. Blue Ribbon has hundreds of varieties of top quality garden seed, so you can get started. Whether you have a lapdog, a sport dog, chickens, or a goofy goat. Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has all the feeds you'll ever need.
You talking about a goofy goat, and this is the goofy goat right here.
Why switch phone service because of bad reception when you can adapt, like this family, with reception antlers?
Say goodbye to adapting to bad reception and hello to the highest network satisfaction of any national carrier. U.S. Cellular. Hello better.
Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S3 for only $199.99 at CP Communications.
Hi, I'm Chuck from CP Communications, the area's only locally owned and operated U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving the local area for the past 18 years.
I was floating some bait down this chute of this stream. This kind of started going upstream. There's really only one thing that makes it do that. The tide or a fish. Tide's out right now, so we'll take a fish. Good look at this one and see if it's a keeper or not. What do you think? That's kind of nice. See if I can get Dennis's pliers to work. This one?
Do what?
You want to keep this one?
Well, sure.
What for?
To eat. Oh, that's another nice one.
Oh! There they are!
You stepped on your pliers?
No, they fell out of my belt.
Oh.
They were hiding from me right in my belt, like every other. Really high-tech method. 2 pieces of split shot, a red hook, and some bait. We'll trade them in for these every time. That's a good deal on Season Chasers. Thanks for coming along.
Well, we're to that part of the fishing season here in Alaska where it's past the 13th of July and it's legal to start using bait in the streams. And this is toward the end of the king salmon run, where most of those have moved pretty well upstream of where we'll be targeting the incoming silvers. But just before silver season, it's good to accumulate some bait. And I had an opportunity to clean a bunch of sockeyes a couple of weeks ago, and we saved some really nice skeins of eggs. I'm going to give you a couple of tips today on one of the ways that you can cure these. Now, the very best types of eggs to use are fresh eggs, right when they're harvested from other fish. But the reason we cure these is so you can use them a week from now, or a month from now, or maybe even next season if necessary. There's a number of different cure methods available, and the one that works for me pretty much the best is these sockeye eggs are pretty deep, rich color already, so you don't really need to add a lot of dye to them like some of the cures do. So I've used one of the main ingredients in many of them, and that's borax. And you just go to the store and get a box of 20 Mule Team borax. It's a all-natural laundry booster. It's been around for a long time. You've probably seen Ronald Reagan doing commercials for this back during the Death Valley days. Some of the older ones anyway. It's a really good preservative, and what it tends to do is dry these outer membranes and pretty much take out some of the moisture of the eggs. So you can store them in plastic bags with a lot of this dusted around it, and you can freeze them and get them out a day or so before you need them. Then when you get down to the river, you cut these into some bite-sized pieces, and I think these types of cured eggs stay on real well. There's a number of different ways you can go. Some people like them softer, and it just comes down to your personal preference. Fresh is the best, but if you got to use a cure, borax is a good way to go. And that's how we do it here on Season Chasers.
It's more fish. And Dennis has things completely under control.
One more beautiful silver from West Cooking.
Down the tidal pools.
I think it's a good one. They're all good, but this is a really good one. Well, let's see what happened here. He got loose somehow. Got my hook back, but that was a pretty good pull on that one. Woo woo! There's more in here. Time to reload.
Okay, Dennis, go ahead and catch him.
Working on it.
Oh! You did it too.
Same fish. Same results.
One of my favorite things to do is taking a walk for silver salmon in August in Alaska. I offer day trips, those on cruise vacations, or a 4-day fly-out trip if you'd like to stock up your freezer.
Looking good. Get these upstream a little bit, about to the head of the trail, and lighten your load just a little bit there. We'll skin them out.
I would appreciate
that. That trail's bad enough empty-handed, let alone carrying a whole bunch of stuff. Oh darn. We'll figure it out. Thanks for coming along on Season Chasers.
God, that's heavy.
Extreme environments can cause a spontaneous change in DNA, resulting in unexpected power and agility. Introducing the all-new, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of gator.
I'm Travis from Kansas Land Tire in Pittsburgh. We offer name brand tires like Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly Springfield, Mastercraft, and virtually any tire for the job. We also staff ASE certified technicians to provide oil service, transmission and brake work, engine diagnostics, battery service, alignments, and more. We also now have a nationwide warranty and ask us about payment options like Goodyear Credit. Kansas Land Tire, 9th and Broadway in Pittsburgh, an authorized Goodyear dealer. See our ad and names and numbers.
Why switch phone service because of bad reception when you can adapt, like this family, with reception antlers?
Say goodbye to adapting to bad reception and hello to the highest network satisfaction of any national carrier. U.S. Cellular. Hello better.
Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S3 for only $199.99 at CP Communications.
Hi, I'm Chuck from CP Communications, the area's only locally owned and operated U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving the local area for the past 18 years.
Closed captioning services on Season Chasers brought to you by Harris LP in Hepler, Kansas.
Alright, it's Thursday, April 26th. Devin and I got the afternoon off from classes. We had a pretty big project due this morning, so we got that done and turned in. Well, the same thing happens whenever we get time off from class. We come on. So we're back up here at Pawnee Wildlife Preserve. We gave old Rob a call today, and he told us we were good to come up. So we're trying to do a little late season killing. He's been telling us that there's been a big gobbler working his way across just out in front here, so and we've seen him a couple times, just haven't been able to have the luck to get him in. But we went ahead and decided to try the decoys today, so we're gonna give it a new shot, just see what happens. But it definitely feels like turkey season. It's hot. It's real hot.
Blake and Devin are turkey hunting in southeast Kansas in late April. By now, spring is really going on, and the grass, weeds, and shrubs are much higher and thicker than they were on opening day. They're hiding in a ground blind, making it easier to stay secluded in film, while these hens feed right among the decoys. And on all spring turkey hunts, it's not unusual for a visit from some white-tailed deer. This one didn't quite know what to think of these plastic turkeys. Spring is also when the buck antlers begin to show. The next two deer follow a big hen turkey, and Blake and Devin can see that this one has a visible beard that makes it a legal bird to take during the Kansas spring season.
She's got a beard.
This hen is coming right into range.
Give me range.
Now, being 21 yards from a possible target certainly makes a hunter's heart beat so loud I think that turkey would hear it. Listen closely as Blake tries to relax and keep his breathing under cover.
You got her, dude. She had a good beard, too. Where's she going? Where's she going? She just pile up. No. Well, just had a bearded in at 20 yards. I'm pretty sure we got it on film, so I backflipped her. She just went running off this direction, so I'm gonna load up another arrow and we gotta go. Let's go. shot that hen. She's over here somewhere. I watched her run off. I mean, it's getting late on us, so we jumped out the blind. We're heading straight for her. So hopefully we can find her.
I think old Blake just found the old bearded hen. All wallered up here in the trees. She has got a rope on her, dude. Look at that.
Well, we went after her. Like I said, I thought I hit her well. But that's a bearded hen right there.
That's one if I've ever seen one, man.
Like I said, first, well, we've seen some out here before, but this is the first one I've killed for sure. So
that's pretty awesome, dude.
That'll be a mountain bird for sure right there.
Yeah. Dude, I was going over the footage while we were looking for her, and you smoked her. I mean, you put her.
I shot her right here.
Yeah, I watched it go in.
That rage did some work. Let's, you wanna get a picture?
Oh yeah.
It's unusual to see a bearded hen, and I've never seen one with a different color at the end like this one. Thanks to Blake and Devin for sharing this exciting hunt on Season Chasers. Watch for these guys on some other outdoor programs in the future. Tune in each week for some of the stuff you just won't see on other shows. Outdoors, wildlife, and a life of adventure. Being on the lookout for natural foods and making the most of what the wildlife provides. Study, learn, and share the great outdoors with someone who's important to you.